For anybody out there who is curious, we are currently starting with the Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and possibly will be running into the Dungeon of the Man Mage at some point in the future. For now, however, I welcome you all to Waterdeep, the Crown of the North, where a wondrous tale of adventure is about to unfold. Some of you have been here for as long as you can remember. Others have recently came to the city looking for adventure or employment or just to get away. This adventure starts in a tavern known as the Yawning Portal. Some of you frequent here regularly. Occasionally interesting things happen, bar fights, music, the occasional monster crawling out. But in this instance, as you all sit down and settle in to the various tables, some of you sitting with your friends, some just drinking, it's what seems to be a very loud and, shall we say, disturbing event occurs. "You pig! Like killing me mates, does ya?" As you all see a 7-foot-tall half-orc who is now standing and being shouted at by one of the patrons, who then swings. This human who has now swung at this half-orc, from what you can tell from the crowd that is now gathering around, is covered in covered with eye-shaped tattoos and a shaven head, with 4 other humans standing behind him, ready to jump into the fray. The half-orc then cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps at the tattooed figure. But before you have a chance to react, the crowd closes in and clustering around. What do you guys do at this point in time? You guys are sitting at various different tables at this point in time.
I'm gonna try and make an insight check or something to that extent. Try and figure out what the half-orc what the grievance of the half-orc might be.
All right. Go ahead and roll an insight check. And in the meantime, what about everybody else?
I'm going to continue drinking because that's none of my business.
Okay. Anybody else? And I'll get to you in a second, Colonel RPG.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eyeing the confrontation warily.
I'm definitely watching.
Okay, so everybody is watching.
There's a lot to take in on this visual.
The only one who's doing it. So, Colonel RPG, unfortunately, due to the crowd, it's nearly impossible to get a read on anybody. You just see fists flying and people jeering. It's very loud. It's very quick. And
not my monkeys, not my circus. I ain't dealing with
just
that.
as quickly as it started, it seems to slowly die down. As the half-orc, it appears, has knocked out the human, and the other 4 are pretty much ready to poise before what some of you know as the proprietor of the Yawning Portal yells and points towards the door. "Out!" As the 4 that proceed to proceed to run. Can you tell I'm nervous? Proceed to leave with the unconscious form. At this point, you all hear a different noise. One that is unusual and begins to send the crowd into a panic. As out from the hole, or rather the gaping well in the middle of the Yawning Portal's tap room, which is this right here, there are shouts of alarm, and everybody starts fleeing as a monster with warty green skin and a tangled nest of wiry black hair and a long carrot-shaped nose and bloodshot eyes crawls out. As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that a half-dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body, with 3 more circling above it like flies. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear, except for the barkeep, who shouts, "Troll!" At this point, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, right. We're
immediately.
going right to it.
All right.
This is the
Okay.
This picture is like the densest location I've ever seen in
I
any
know,
D&D.
it is absolutely crazy.
It's like,
I
where's
love it.
Waldo?
I mean, it
I
is
got,
a
a
Where's
little, I got a
Waldo.
little distracted just trying to look for the half orc. Like, is it on
Let
here
me
somewhere?
just real
There's
quick
an,
go
there's
ahead
an
and
adorable like
find-
dragon lizard folk table.
I have so many pages to look through here. I gotta find.
You guys got
So
dreads.
initiative is just dexterity roll, right?
There is an initiative button. So normally you would be clicking on your tokens. However, I will either have to manually enter in your thing here, or give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Because unfortunately, there is
initiative
no
button?
battle map associated with the Yawning Portal.
I think I just rolled initiative.
Okay, so
Yeah, the button is right next to your armor class. You need to click on.
Oh,
There it is.
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's so much.
So I rolled really poorly.
It'll take a little while to figure out the sheet.
Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to drag you guys onto here so I can add you guys manually.
Oh
into the turn
no,
order.
that's not an impressive number at all.
No.
I mean, yeah.
We have such high initiative bonuses. Unfortunately, we didn't roll any numbers.
Okay, this is interesting. Some of your tokens are not working properly. I will have to fix that. But for now, let me just add turn.
That is quite a name. Bonkamok.
Whoa.
I mean, it's not Thunder in the Morning, but it's up there.
All right,
His
for
alias is
Here in
Neil.
the morning.
everybody, today tokens are now gone.
Bonkamag
Initiative is
Zoomwognot.
going to be a pain. Thank you, Roll20, for
Zooming
being a
up.
nuisance. I will have to get you on here. Get everybody.
And we have a lot of races as well in the
Oh, nat
in the
20.
picture.
Jesus.
Who rolled a nat 20?
Marty did.
Marty. Nice.
All right,
Gosh,
so theory.
That's the only one you get this session. That's
Wow.
that's how probability works.
You rolled a 6. Marty, you rolled a 22. In the morning, you had an 8.
While he's doing that, we could introduce everybody.
I did have a moment that I was going to be doing that, but if you wish to do so whilst I'm doing this, that works too.
So Effie's our DM.
Hi.
Say hello,
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Effie. And I'm Keith. I'm playing as a cat man who is also a thief sorcerer. It makes perfect sense.
I am Andrew. I am playing as a bard halfling. My name is Theory Gamwich.
Oh, right. The tabaxi's named Thunder in the Morning. That's how their names work.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
I'm Marty. I'm playing a dragonborn paladin named Tor.
Why?
I am
Things not-
Colonel RPG, and I'm playing a dwarf ranger named Peridin.
And I'm Batbeard, and I'm playing a deep gnome rogue.
Okay,
Charlatan.
there we go.
A deep gnome?
Deep gnome.
A deep gnome.
I'm learning new
And we have a rogue in the
words.
party as well.
I thought he was just a goblin.
Okay. So these are going to have rolls. If I can find the creatures monsters, there we go. Let's see here. So they are supposed to be Sturgis.
I'm still looking for the half orc. Is he in the picture anywhere?
Probably
I
not.
don't think so. This picture is just supposed to demonstrate how lively Waterdeep is.
It's a lot to process. There's like a tentacle Lovecraft table where a bunch of poor little dwarves seem to have been taken slave and lose their minds, and
3.
then there's the adorable table full of like dragonborn and lizard folk and kobolds all together. One of them's got dreadlocks, like Great Jagras from Monster Hunter.
Oh, of course you did not.
Some giant dude is lowering strange people into the well because for some reason there's a well in the middle of this tavern.
There's a little girl trying to stop her brother from not going, but
What's the problem there, Effie?
It doesn't want a
I
deathly
am
crater.
currently just having trouble with rolling for things at the moment.
I was like, my turn order is 0, and I don't know what that means.
Yep, don't worry. You're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
bear with us, everybody, figuring out this.
Yeah, it's funny. I looked into this specifically so that I wouldn't have
Yeah.
problems, and yet here I am having problems.
It's a whole group of people role-playing together for the first time with some people that have never done D&D at all, and then gotta deal with Roll20.
So, first person to act. Marty, you're up. What
All
are you doing?
right. Where is the troll is still climbing out of the pit?
So the troll has, at this point, to be clear, climbed up from the first level, or from the well, rather, and is now standing at its full height of 9 feet tall. There are also several strange bugs stuck to it, although only 3 of them seem to have stuck around.
Okay.
You also have heard the unmistakable sound of someone drawing a greatsword and yelling for you to take care of the smaller creatures as he takes care of the troll.
Okay.
So what do you wish to do?
I will take my use item action to draw my shield and my main action to draw my great axe.
All right.
And I will move between the troll and the proprietor.
Okay, putting yourself in front. Okay, all right. So you have decided to stand in front of the troll. Is that all you? I believe that's all you can do. I think you still have a bonus action, and that's it.
Yeah, and I don't have any. Well, yeah, I don't have anything to do with that bonus action right now.
Okay. So next up, we have the first Sturge. So let's see who this guy goes for. Probably the nearest person, which I would imagine is Marty. So Marty, let me get the Sturge pulled back up. Creatures. There we go. Do the troll. Okay. So this bug-like creature is going to float over to you, and it is going to attempt to attack you. If I double check this character sheet. So many things. And double check as well that this is... Okay. It is going to attempt to attack you by sticking you with its proboscis. Does an 18 hit your armor class?
My armor class is 18, so that hits.
All right. In that case, you take... This is fine. D4 plus 3. Okay, I'm sorry. So this thing sticks to you. It basically latches onto you, and its proboscis or its it basically it's stuck you, and it's sticking to you like a giant mosquito at this point in time. Next up, Paradin, you're up.
So what do I see right now?
Currently, you can see the 9-foot tall troll.
Mm-hmm. I would have
see the 3 bugs that are still around, one of which is now stuck to the person who's standing around in armor.
What do I see when I look at the person in armor? Do I recognize their face? Like, do I know them?
I don't know. Do you guys recognize each other?
I wouldn't, because I'm not from here. But do I see?
No.
Okay.
I believe you also have a different friendly face, so I don't think you recognize the person who is now having the greatsword drawn and is kind of looking baffled at the person standing in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when the ogre got out of the pit and I saw the bats, or the troll, sorry, and I saw the bugs, I would have been fixated on the bugs because I'm not very fond of them.
Okay.
And I would have followed the action and saw this person in armor getting stuck with this bug. So I am gonna draw my spear.
All right.
And I'm gonna move towards them. And I am gonna try a grapple action on the bug. Try and get a grab on it or something to that extent, either to attack it later or to help whoever it
Okay,
is that's in
so-
armor.
You're just trying to grab this thing, or are you trying to wrench it off, or are you just trying to grapple it?
I'm trying to grapple it. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and let me just double check the grappling rules because I don't know.
I believe it's athletics. No, it's a strength check, I think.
Yes, I just need to double check something because
Mhm.
this thing is technically grappling another creature. I need to check.
Oh, I forgot about that detail.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, in that case, I suppose I could help the person in armor, and then next turn they could ungrapple themselves if they wanted to. But I think grapple is better.
If you grapple the creature and move and force it away from the thing it's grappling, that breaks it. I think that's how it works.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I will in this instance. If you want to try and wrench it off, you can certainly try that, but it will be a strength check.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
So.
strength then.
All right. This thing
I
is
don't have
gonna go ahead and
advantage.
roll.
Just rolling.
In this case, that is a strength save
Oh, sorry.
check. Yeah, I know
It's the other
I
ones.
make that mistake. I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
In this case, it is going to be a contested strength check, and this thing rolls a natural 20 minus 3. So it is staying in place.
God.
It is not moving.
It
It
does
has
not
got
want
a
to
very
leave.
good grip on this guy.
I
So
think
that is
that
your
is-
action,
I think it
You still
might
have your
just be
bonus
your
action?
new face.
and you probably would have taken most of your movement to get
Bug.
there. I'd say you probably have 5 feet left.
I'm gonna stick around.
Okay. Next up, Bonk. What are you doing?
So there are 3 bugs, and one of them is attached.
That's correct.
Okay. I want to take a shot with my short bow at one of the other bugs that's not attached.
Okay. There are still people fleeing. So this thing, I probably will give it partial cover. So it will have a +2 to its AC. So go ahead and roll if you'd like to
Okay.
attack.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Also,
Natural
God.
I forgot to get you to turn off roll at advantage. So that's fine because it's still the first
It's
roll.
still the first roll. Okay, let's
So that is a natural 20. So go ahead and roll for damage.
What's happening?
uh,
That's the
and
third
add an
nat
extra
20.
dice on top of that. Also,
wait,
you get your sneak attack because
how do I
there is an
turn?
ally within 5 feet of it.
Okay, cool. But how do I turn off advantage?
Open your character sheet. Click on the cog next to spells.
Cog next to spells. Okay.
We haven't
then
even
you can
gone through
change
one
it.
Actually, sorry,
round
let me
yet,
just double check.
and we
You're
already
attacking
have
the one that's
3 nat
grappling or
20s.
that's not grappling?
Not grappling.
Okay. I'd say with a natural 20, you can still grab the sneak attack. Plus, it's not really paying attention to you.
This is weird. I still have. I still can't figure out the advantage turn off thing.
Here, hold on. So it is always a roll advantage to great toggle. There you go.
Oh,
Problem solved.
there you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we roll sneak attack, huh?
So you can roll sneak attack. Every dice that you roll an extra dice on top of it because of the natural 20.
Okay.
So your sneak attack goes from 1d6 to 2d6, and your short bow, I believe, is 1d6. So you'll roll 2d6 instead because you rolled a natural 20. So you'll get 46 for this attack, which is insane at first level.
Okay, so I'm rolling
Look at
damage.
natural
All right.
20. God damn.
I mean,
Uh,
Came into the wrong
bar.
Apparently.
Am I doing this right?
Are we just assuming that everyone's
No.
downstairs?
No, I'm not doing
So
this.
you'll click. You can click short bow, the text
Uh-huh.
underneath in the chat box to roll the dice for damage.
Oh,
and then-
right, gotcha.
Okay, there we go. So that is, let's see here, 6, 9, 15. All right. So you pull the bow back and you take a moment to focus as there are people running by you in every direction, screaming in panic. And you see a very small window and you let go of your arrow and it flies straight through and impales this thing right through what you assume is its face, and it drops to the floor, oozing out very awful looking blood that all over the floor. It's awful, but it's not moving anymore. So you wiped out a sturge in one shot.
Nice.
First
all
kill.
right.
So next up, Because I assume you're not doing anything else.
That's it.
All right. Thundercat, what are you doing?
Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
It is.
So there's just a giant, scary troll crawling out.
There is a giant, scary troll that is now standing at its full height of 9 feet.
Where
menacingly in
are
front of
we?
someone.
Like, where am I?
So at this point, you're probably in one of the corners, sitting at one of the tables. You do have 30 feet of movement. That would be enough to get you into melee combat with one of the Sturges, but probably not with the troll, just from your location.
I think I want to use my 30 feet of movement to go upstairs.
Okay. So at this point, you could probably make it all the way up the stairs and to, let's say, here,
Yeah.
overlooking the well. You definitely have a clear view of the troll and one of the bugs.
All right. Draw a little. Oh, shit. I'm a fool.
I know. It's just that I don't have a combat map, unfortunately, because it just doesn't come with one for this, for whatever reason.
This is pretty.
Oh,
Kenny.
what? You have an avatar. Drag your person.
Nope.
is
There's
going
just a
on?
little cat face there now.
Take your
There you go.
There you go.
Why would you do that?
You ruined it.
I didn't.
I
I
did ruin
couldn't.
it, but I
I
don't
couldn't.
care.
See, I couldn't see wherever that was.
In the corner.
Oh, that's where I put my turn order.
Yeah, I just put them down there so that we have them for rolling, because
Right.
if I delete the token, the turn order goes away.
Now
So,
that
you
I've
know.
moved to a cowardly and safe distance, I'm going to try throwing a firebolt at the scary giant troll thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll for an attack. Let's see here. Does a 12 hit? So, you try and fire, and luckily you don't hit anybody else,
Yeah.
but the shot goes right between where it was and where it now is, as it
Oh,
kind of is
goody.
swaying back and forth and looking somewhat delirious.
Gotta lead the
What?
shots. The fire just go down the well.
Is this
Basically, yeah. Unfortunately, I guess either the panic has gotten to you, or you're just not as good of a shot as you thought you were.
Oh, I didn't think I was a great shot. I'm playing.
Why do you think I went upstairs?
So you
Step
still have your bonus
one,
action. but
Gain
you-
distance.
that's-
Step 2.
Yeah, I know. You still have your bonus action if there's anything else you can do, which I don't believe there is, unless you want to try something.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to wince.
Okay. So next up, the other bug. Let's see here. Colonel RPG, you have just moved into the fray, and it sees that one of the creatures is now attached to, so it is going to go ahead and attempt to get at you.
Oh no.
I assume a 10 misses.
A 10 does miss. I have 14 armor class.
All right, so you see this thing coming, and you manage to bat it out of the way with, I assume you have a weapon drawn?
What the?
I
Or
do.
are
I have
you
my
just-
spear.
Okay. So you do manage to hold it off with essentially the shaft of the spear. You're basically just holding it there in front of you as it tries to constantly sting you.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Does this troll have 3 butt cheeks?
Oh, damn it, you guys.
This is. I'm setting the scene. We're good.
No, but the bugs.
Oh, no.
I hate the bugs.
All right, Andrew, you're up.
Okay. For context, I am at the bar, like at the bar stool.
Okay, so you're fairly close to this thing.
I am fairly close to this thing. Where's the barkeep?
The barkeep has basically jumped over the bar and has drawn a greatsword.
Okay, so Duran
And
has
is-
gone into the fight.
Yep, and there is
Okay.
a dragonborn that you can very clearly see in front of you, blocking the barkeep and the troll, who is now
Okay.
has something attached to.
Some modesty, at least. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
It was always supposed to be that.
Oh, you people are ruining this perfectly good map. Perfectly good.
It can be deleted,
We're
don't
improving
worry.
it.
Trying to
You
figure
can
out.
erase all the terribleness.
let's see.
Matching the scene. Also, there's no people. It's just me.
Okay, that explains it.
So, what do you wish to do, Andrew?
It's a very good question. What do I wish to do? I guess I am going to.
That's not me.
I don't actually know. I guess okay. I guess I will jump in and help my friend attack.
Okay. What are you
So-
attacking? What exactly are you doing here?
I'm gonna try taking one of the bugs.
Okay. So you run over to the remaining bug that's still floating around.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
What do I roll? Just my weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Normal roll?
Yep. Okay. So this thing is surprisingly quick, despite it being obviously bloated with blood, and it manages to swing out of the way
Ew.
as you essentially get knocked around by the crowd around you, which doesn't really help either.
Gotcha.
So that is your action. You still have your bonus action, and you have probably a good 20 feet of movement.
In that case, I'm going to. I guess since it's still a mess, I'm going to also climb up or go upstairs.
Okay, so using your remaining 20 feet of movement, you'd probably be able to reach it to about halfway up the stairs. So about here.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'll go halfway upstairs.
Okay. In that case, the other Sturge, who is still attached to Marty. Marty,
Yes.
unfortunately, you immediately suffer 5 points of
Ouch.
damage as you can feel the blood being drained from you. And it's
You've got a deadly case of blood on the outside.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep. And that is its turn.
That is legitimately a ton of damage for level 1
it
combat.
is quite a bit. These things are nasty if you don't take care of them.
Well, it would help if people got out of the way.
It would. Unfortunately, people aren't exactly very cooperative when there's a giant troll in the middle of their tavern.
Isn't this a tavern for adventurers?
It's a crowded tavern. They
Not
don't have
necessarily.
fire
It's a
code in
tavern.
D&D.
Just because you're in here doesn't mean other adventurers are.
Too many people, only one exit. Somebody yelled fire in the theater.
That's good old medieval times.
So, the barkeep, wielding the massive ass greatsword, jumps over the bar and runs towards the troll, completely ignoring the bugs, and begins swinging. And he is going to, let's see here, let me just double check the troll if I can find the thing here. He is going to attempt to take a swing at it using one of his attacks. Where is his... There we go. His first attack swings wide, unfortunately. This troll is slow, but is definitely very durable. Manages to deflect the blow. Next one. I believe that is a hit. And the troll takes... Let's see here. Lots of rolling behind the scenes. Okay.
None of this we can tell.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Let's see. Where is the troll token that I'm supposed to be tracking this on? Hello, troll. Token page. I always lose sight of these things when I'm trying to do things, as I'm watching you guys be idiots on the, the tavern screen. So
What is number 11 doing on the tavern screen right now? What is that face?
you know, I don't know. All right.
Wait. Where's
So
where's
that
11?
is his second
Let's check.
attack.
Upright.
At the very top.
Okay.
What is that?
He seems to be a thrall at the moment.
Oh.
I think he's just not. I think he might just be drunk.
Yeah.
could be,
Oh yeah,
too.
this is a
Yeah.
tavern.
Yeah,
Those
he
kids
is
in it.
drunk.
Wait, those kids are halflings.
Halflings. They're always halflings.
Additional-
There's no kids in D&D. I mean, there's a straight up like Redead strangling somebody on the left, so there's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a lot
Technically,
going
this
on. on the
bar is
screen.
already under attack on like 3 different fronts.
Oh
and
yeah,
no
a
one
lot of
seems to
people were
mind
already
it.
threatened
Alright.
before the troll got here, going by this picture.
Ooh, we got an ogre. Troll. Sorry.
Yes. So the troll's turn now comes around, as you can see the barkeep viciously swinging at this guy, managing to land 2 successful hits, dealing some decent damage as far as you can tell to this troll, who is definitely very woozy and clearly bleeding from multiple different... Oop, did I move you guys by mistake?
Mhm.
The screen
Yes.
just went away.
Sorry. Yep. There we go. Okay. So at this point, the troll, first things first, some of its wounds seem to slowly close, as it then proceeds to immediately go for the closest creature, who is currently Durnan, or the barkeep rather. Some of you know him, some of you don't. And he is going to take 2 bite and 2 claw. Excuse me, 1 bite and 2 claw. Which the first one is a hit, as you see the troll lunge for the man who is standing in front of him and sink its fangs into his shoulder with a scream of pain, taking 7 points. And as he is currently being held in this creature's jaws, there are 2 swings, both of which hit, dealing quite a significant amount of damage. Let's see here, Durnan. 7. I know this is not very exciting right now, but unfortunately, this is just part of being a DM. -9 and minus...
Baldur's Gate 3 right there. 78. Wait, he has a pet mind flayer.
That guy does look like that guy looks like it seems to be a mind flare that's like hugging a brain pet.
Yeah, those guys.
A visual.
Mind. I think it's brain devourers or something. The little ones. I think that there's one of those in the
So the
original.
barkeep's in the troll's jaws. Is that what you said?
The troll managed to get a pretty nice and sizable chunk out of this guy's shoulder, as well as he was definitely slashed across the bits that are exposed on his body that you can tell. So 1 across the arm and 1 across the lower torso. Next up, we come around to Marty. Now at this point, most of the patrons who are surrounding the troll are cleared out. The area is a lot more clear, and it should be easier for you guys to move around.
Excellent.
So Marty, what do you wish to do? You still have a thing stuck to you. that's
Yeah,
currently-
does the grapple from the bug actually prevent movement?
No.
Awesome.
No, this is one of
Interesting.
its special abilities. It's not a true grapple in this sense. It's basically just attached to you.
Okay.
It will not hinder your movement.
Gross.
Well, I
Run
still
it.
don't want this bug attached to me, so
Run into a
with
wall.
my yeah, with my axe in hand, I try to just kind of hack and slough it off with a regular one-handed.
Okay. I will say in this
I don't like it.
instance, go ahead and roll with advantage, because this thing is kind of stuck to you and it's not really moving. So go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
Your
kind of
primary
an
task
opposite
is not to
grapple.
hit yourself with an axe. Which, hope you don't roll a 1.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah.
Marty kills himself in the first episode, falls in the well.
Dude, what is with these natural 20s? Stop it.
What's
Okay.
happening? And can I have
Beginner's
some?
luck.
I think it's
So-
dead.
Yes.
So, one moment there is a thing attached to you. The next moment, all you see is the head stuck in you, and the rest of its body on the ground, leaking blood all over your armor.
Oh man, I just
And
got
you
this
are-
clean.
Very clearly, at this point, you can easily pull out the head and drop it to the floor.
Oh.
I'm
So
gonna
that
look at
is
the knight.
another one taken out with a fucking natural
It
20.
stings as you pull it out.
You're currently tapped. Like you have a tap sticking out of your body that spews your sap out.
Free
I love the
Dragonborn
idea-
blood.
Splurt.
Anyone?
I love the idea that you're like trying to gently kill it, like take this thing off of you with an axe, and you basically just did the thing of like you gently tap it and the floor explodes because it's just such a more powerful hit than you expected it to be. Like,
And also,
you're just
I'm
like,
going to go ahead
dink.
and real quick fix that auto. Oh, right. You actually
I
had
turned
to.
it back up.
Fine. All right. Perfect. So that is your action. You still have your bonus action and your movement.
Before you move, I'm gonna turn to you and I'm gonna say, "You're all right, mate."
Yeah. No, I turned my attention back to the troll. I'm not moving anywhere.
Okay. So let's see here. Speaking of Colonel RPG,
Mm-hmm.
you're up.
Bet it in. So I am gonna look around for other bugs. Do I need to do an action for that, or is that a passive?
You can clearly see one of the bugs still floating around. It's still
Is it,
alive.
is it very far away?
Not really.
Okay, so I'm gonna
It's
draw my
it's
bow.
within movement.
I'm gonna draw my bow and I'm gonna try and shoot it down from
Alright.
the sky.
Go ahead
Can
and
I
make an
tell
attack.
if I'm good? Sorry. Can I
sorry.
tell if I'm gonna hit anybody if I miss?
Doesn't look like it, though. It's anybody's guess.
Okay. Yeah.
It
so
is.
it's just.
There are still people in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do I roll with advantage because of being out of view or something like that?
Unless you specifically hid, no,
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha.
and that requires an action. So yeah, no.
So I'm gonna roll.
So you're gonna roll a normal attack. Okay. So you manage to deal 5 points of damage to this guy as you.
As
manage
I
to
hit.
pierce
Mm-hmm.
with your spear. As there is now a slow fountain of blood just pouring out from the side of it. You guys really need to stop poking and prodding at things that have blood in them. It's just going to get it all over the place.
That's why I do it with a bow.
We don't own this tavern. We're gonna have to clean it up.
Oh, I'm sorry, you shot it with your bow. Point is, there's now an arrow sticking out of the side of it. I thought you
Mhm.
used your spear. Right. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. So my movement is I am gonna try to circle around away from the line of sight of the ogre, and that's my turn.
It's a troll. And all right.
Troll. Sorry.
You can probably break line of sight with it, though
Mhm.
you aren't hidden from it.
I'm not. That's an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So
next
that's
up.
it.
Batbeard.
Okay, feeling pretty proficient with my last shot. I'm going to.
I would say so.
I'm going to turn my attention to the ogre. What troll? And shoot at it.
All right, go ahead and roll for an attack. As I find the troll real quick here. Okay, let's see. Does that 15 hit as I try to pull up the sheet? Where did the sheet disappear to? Oh, you suck, game. Fucking roll 20.
How dare you?
Close all my sheets. Because I had to refresh my page. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So a 15 does hit. So you do manage to pierce through the rather tough hide of the troll. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Not my best shot. It'll do.
So in this instance, you do get sneak attack because there is an ally within 5 feet. So you deal 6 points of damage to it. Let me find the troll's page. Also pull Durnan back up.
The scary thing about all these attack values is that most of us could just one-shot ourselves with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a little worrying. I just watch as you both roll a natural 1, and then have you roll another 20. You roll another natural 1, and then you shoot your friend. Kill him immediately. Just death. All right, so 6 points of damage to the troll. All right. Anything else you're doing on your turn here? You still have your bonus action, your movement.
If I have a drink in my hand, I'm just gonna take a swig.
Easy enough. You take a swig of the ale that's sitting down, now slightly stale. You've been here for a while, mulling things over. Next up, Thundercat.
All right, well, last time didn't go so hot. So
Nope.
I'm going to take my bonus action to rub my hands together and, like, really put a lot of oomph into this next one. And
All right.
risk a little Tides of Chaos to attack with advantage.
Oh, okay. All right. So you are already pulling out your wild magic. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's how this goes.
It's an ogre.
And I
or a
rolled
troll.
really well.
Tides of Chaos. So you gain advantage. And you deal 21 points of damage. All right, go ahead and roll for damage.
Is there a way to do that in the interface?
Yes.
I
So
can't
you
seem to
click
figure
on
out.
the text Firebolt underneath your rolls.
Oh, I click on.
You-
Oh,
Yep.
neat.
So you deal 9 points of fire damage
And you rolled a 9.
Hey, that's almost maximum damage.
as should be attacking the bugs on the troll. The bugs on the troll at this point have detached and started flying back down the well. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to mention that. So 9 points of damage to the troll. As this thing yells in a language that I don't think anybody understands.
I'm just using the old adage of kill it with fire.
I have undercommon, and that's the only thing that might.
Then yeah, no, I don't believe anybody understands it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else you're doing on your turn here before I decide to roll your fate?
Oh no, that doesn't happen yet. That's I've used Tides of Chaos. I get to do one action with advantage, and then if I cast any level 1 spell, then you can then use that to have me rolled wild magic. In which case, I get Tides of Chaos back. But until that happens, I just can't use Tides of Chaos again. That was my one.
Right.
Yeah, Firebolt is a cantrip.
Make him roll it all the time.
It's a baby spell for babies.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Okay, there we go. All right. So that is your turn here. So the remaining Sturge that is still around is going to go ahead and float towards the one who shot it and attempt to stick to him. If I can pull the Sturge back up.
So he's flying towards Peridin.
No, he's flying towards you. 'Cause you're the
Well,
last one to
yes.
hit it.
Yep, that's me, Peridin. Peridin.
Oh, Paradin, yes. All right. I assume a 12 does not hit.
A 12 does not hit. I have a 14.
So you are continuing to hold this thing off, this time with your bow, as it
Mhm.
tries to, once again, poke at you with its
Mhm.
very, very long and ominous-looking proboscis.
I've never
Andrew.
heard the word proboscis more in one day before.
Yeah. And you never will again, I'm sure. So, Andrew,
Yes.
what do you wish to do?
That's a good question. What do?
Oh, you guys are just ridiculous.
How many bugs are left?
So there's only
think-
one bug left at this point.
Yeah.
And
the
where
one
is
on
it?
me.
It's currently hovering right in front of
A
of
dwarf.
Colonel
A bold
RPG.
dwarf.
Okay.
The dwarf that is currently standing there that you don't recognize.
What's What is Durin's life looking like?
He looks like he's gotten a couple of scrapes, but he looks fine otherwise.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to. Can I perform a cantrip?
You are certainly able to as an action, yes,
Okay.
or as a bonus
Right.
action, depending on what it is.
It's one action. Can't be
Yep.
used as a bonus. I'm going to use Vicious Mockery.
Okay. I believe that is a wisdom saving throw, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
What are you casting it on?
The orc. Or ogre.
Okay, so the troll.
We're just going all over. It's a troll.
I'm attacking that guy that punched the human in the first scene. I'm attacking him with vicious mockery. A weird delayed
Whatever is
reaction.
currently an issue here.
Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of green races in this game. Okay, I can't keep track of them all.
All right. So the troll will have to make a wisdom saving throw, which is at a -1. What is your save DC?
What was that?
What is your save DC?
Where is my?
Should be on your spell sheet
Under spell sheet,
at
yeah.
the top.
14.
Okay, so it does make the save, so it takes no damage whatsoever from that. It's not even paying attention to you as you try to mock it.
Wow.
What did you say to try and mock this thing, out of curiosity?
Does it really matter? It can't understand me.
You don't know that.
But we can.
Oh.
That's true.
What did I say?
That is a question.
Huh.
Probably called him an orc.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. I just probably missed. Said his race wrong.
Out of the corner of the room, you can hear someone from behind a table just yell, "Hey!" As you see a somewhat greenish head poke out from behind the table. Next up, Barkeep. Oh boy, Barkeep. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
How many dice is he rolling?
Okay, so as you guys are fighting, you can see Durnan basically push past the Dragonborn and just take a wild swing, followed by another wild swing and another, and manages to lop an arm and a leg off, and then finishing off with lopping off the head of this troll as it collapses to the ground.
Why are
He
we
rolled
here?
exceptionally well. Holy crap.
Good God, this guy just like.
I rolled a natural 20.
How often does he get invaded by ogres, trolls?
So
He does
he
have a
did-
weird hole in his tavern.
Yeah.
That is an odd choice.
In one attack, he just did a whopping 35 points of damage.
Holy crap!
Oh,
I don't know if our
Can he
party
be on
has
our
that many
party?
hit points.
This
Maybe.
troll was not looking very good. He had 35 hit points left, and I didn't even get to half of the stuff that was supposed to happen in this fight.
wow.
Because he just rolled. Okay. All right. So at this point, Durnan just is standing over this creature with his sword stuck in the back. And out from behind you guys. Oh boy. This is, yeah. All right. Someone has pushed up and is currently staying clear of the monster, clearly. But he's calling over to the 4 of you. Or 5 of you, I'm sorry.
Where is he located?
He's currently standing basically at the bar, kind of keeping his distance from the monster. And he's
I
kind of
still have a
waving you guys
bug
over.
on me, though.
And whilst you are, I assume you guys are heading over to him? Or
I
what are you
can't
guys
because I
doing
have a bug on me.
Oh, right. I forgot. You still have a bug on you, don't you?
Yeah, fight is not done. And my character's
my
about to make a
bad.
choice based on that.
Right. That's my bad. All right. Troll's dead. Marty, what are you doing? Sorry.
Is it
Okay.
actually
I'm
already
jumping ahead of
back
myself
around to
because
me?
I thought you guys already killed everything. Yes, it is back around to you. So there's one Sturge currently being held at bay by the dwarf with a longbow.
Stand still, dwarf. I'm gonna take care of it. And swing my axe.
All right, go ahead and make an attack. I'm getting ahead of myself. I really should be more careful about things on the... Herpadur, good job, me.
No.
No.
Oh.
Luckily,
Well,
you
I guess
managed
we're
to not
even.
hit the dwarf or his equipment, but you hesitate for a moment as a result of that, because this thing is squirming around, and you're not entirely sure if you're going to hit the dwarf or you're going to hit the actual bug itself. And as a result, you end up missing.
All right.
Not by much, but you do miss. Faradin, this thing is currently pushing up against you, trying to get at you.
I'm just gonna grunt first off.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna take my spear out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna raise it above my hand with both hands and stab the.
So
The
to do
monster.
that, you would have had to drop your bow, because it
Okay.
does require both of your hands.
Okay.
You're going to use your spear two-handed. But go ahead and make an attack. Man, this thing is just causing you so much trouble.
Yeah, I'm not good with bugs today.
No, apparently not. You can go ahead and skip ahead to Batbeard at this point in time, because I believe that's all you can do.
I couldn't. Otherwise, I trigger an attack of opportunity. I'm gonna stay.
I'm going to take another well-aimed shot at the creature.
Okay. Go ahead and make your shot. There is an ally within 5 feet, so you do get sneak attack. And I believe that is a hit. That is indeed a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Oh, so you fire, and you hit a critical point in the back of its body, and there is another large spurt of blood. And this thing looks like it is ready to fall over. It's having trouble staying in place.
Flying in
And
3
clearly-
cylinders, you might say.
Yeah, you can clearly see that this thing is pretty much ready to die.
There's sputtering in its wing.
Keith, you're up. What do you wish to do? Oh,
I don't think I want to throw a fireball at the dwarf. I don't think
Probably
that's
not
a great
ideal.
idea.
No.
Well, you wouldn't be throwing it at the dwarf because it's not grappling the dwarf.
Oh, it's not on him right now?
No, it's just around me.
But you could
It is
hit
just
him.
floating nearby.
All right. Let's get more target practice in then.
Okay, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll
Hope
damage.
nothing explodes except the bug.
So, let me ask you this. Since this is the last enemy in the fight, how do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this?
How do you want to kill it?
With fire?
What do you wish for your character to do here? Give me some sort of flourish that you want to be doing here. Give me an idea to run off of here.
Yeet!
So you're just yeeting a firebolt at it. Is that it, or are you jumping down and yeeting it with...
Why would I jump
Jumping down where? What, into the hole?
I'm asking you here. All I'm hearing is you're going to yeet. Are you yeeting the firebolt or are you yeeting the creature?
I think the flourish is not killing the dwarf with the fireball.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. So,
It's a pretty good flourish.
It's
so
pretty
all
good.
of you can see the Catman standing on the second floor balcony, wind up in this most ridiculous stance that I think anybody's ever seen, and just there's a small mote of fire in his hand that he yeets at this bug that's floating around as it just burns to ashes at the dwarf's feet. And now combat's over, and now I can get to the next part. Ahead of myself.
Okay.
So now at this point, another man pushes past some of the patrons who are still standing around and heads over to the bar area, keeping a decent distance between him and the monsters, and attempts to call everybody over. And it's very clear he's very impressed as he's singing your praises and giving compliments to you as you all approach, I assume.
To who?
The 5 of you and the barkeep.
It's all that's left. It's everybody else has left the tavern at this point.
A lot of people have left the tavern. Some have stood around, watched. Some have cowered behind tables that are flipped over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, do you wish to approach, or
I'm not gonna approach. I'm gonna go to the flying bug that I shot, and I'm gonna retrieve my arrow, and I'm gonna just stand afar and get ready to leave.
All right.
But
easy
not
enough.
like I'm not gonna leave right now.
Okay.
Mhm.
At this point, the barkeep looks over to you, seeing what you're doing. It might be best for you to go say hello. He's a bit of a famous face around here. If he's saying good things about you, might be worth a shot.
Also,
never-
I'm bleeding.
Also, you're bleeding.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna
The
go. I'm
barkeep
just
that
gonna
has
say,
like a chunk out of his shoulder, right?
is the barkeep actually looking at me, or is it just?
Yeah, he's looking
like-
at you in particular because you clearly at least are the only one who's
Oh, I see what.
actively
yeah.
not going over.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna approach then and not say anything. I'm just gonna approach.
Is everybody else going in as well to approach the man who just called you guys over?
I'm not approaching the guy. I'm approaching the barkeep.
Okay.
I want to make sure the barkeep is okay because
Yeah.
that bite looked pretty nasty.
I'm fine. This is not the first time something like this has crawled out. Trust me. Me and my friend here, as he holds up the greatsword, I've seen more than our fair share.
We can tell you have plenty of experience.
You get around, especially in my line of work. Whether it be ruffians or monsters.
You did a number on that troll, ogre.
I was a bit surprised.
Can I?
This thing went down a lot easier than most of them do.
Most of them.
Most of them.
What's with the hole anyway?
What's with the what? Sorry.
So the portal, the hole in the floor.
It leads down to the Undermountain. Things occasionally crawl up from here. Makes for good entertainment.
And you decided to build a tavern on top of a portal to the Undermountain? You're wilder than I am.
I mean, hey, why do you think I called it Yawning Portal?
I guess. So what you want?
Wait, it's an inn? People
That's not me,
sleep
it's
here?
him. Yeah, it's an inn and tavern.
Who the hell
Yeah.
sleeps with a portal down? What? Okay. This is.
What,
God,
you
talk
think
about
only things come
nightmares.
out? People go down there, you know.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is when you're sleeping, you don't want a 9-foot troll popping up and attacking.
I can vouch for that.
I can handle most things that come up. It's fine.
Durin, buddy,
Buddy.
you're missing.
You
half
two
a
know each
shoulder.
other?
I do know Durin.
What have I walked into? Who are you guys anyway? Why'd you call us over?
Well, don't look at me. He called you over. And he points to the guy who's currently sitting there, tapping his hand on the side of the bar, kind of waiting for you guys to come on over.
Okay, I approach the figure. What does he look like?
So, this is the guy you see in front of you, who is currently calling you over here, as I find the handout for him. Player handouts. Named NPCs. You see this man before you, who introduces himself to anybody who's around as Volothamp Geddarm. As I show this to everybody here.
There it is. Fancy pants. I don't say this out loud though.
I
At
hear
this
he has a
point-
really nice guide to monsters.
So know of my work, do you? It's good to hear. At this point,
It's the
you'll be
man who
adventurers, am I right?
invented tabaxi.
Am I correct in that? Assuming that you guys are somewhat familiar with this sort of work, wandering around, killing things, doing various different jobs for people.
You could say that.
Is everybody? Has everybody approached at this point?
I'm still gathering some arrows from the battlefield.
Okay. You do manage to
I-
recover your arrows. It's easy enough.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily approaching him. I'm just sitting at the bar talking to Durin. I'm kind of just ignoring this guy because I took no part in this battle, really.
I've instead come to the bar to barter my services, my combat behavior, to be like, you know, if I ran an establishment like this, I would pass out free drinks after a fight like that.
Do you say that out loud out of
Persuasion.
curiosity?
Yes. Tabaxi want drinks.
The barkeep just kind of squints at you and just kind of looks at the barmaid who's currently hiding behind the bar and just kind of shrugs and just motions to her. She begins pouring you a drink. At this point, Volo addresses all of you, including those of you who are sitting around, pointedly, very clearly, addressing you by calling out to your appearance as he doesn't necessarily know your name. I have a job for you if you guys are interested. Although I'd prefer to discuss it a little bit more privately.
A job requires pay.
Oh.
Well, if you'd at least listen to my request, I'm sure you'd find your reward most agreeable. Possibly.
I'll hear you out.
Well, there's one at least. What about the rest of you?
It depends. What kind of job is this? I'm not signing up for anything I'm not familiar with.
Well, like I said, I will tell you the details, but I'd prefer to do it a little bit more privately as he points to the table in the corner. That's now currently empty.
I'm willing to listen.
You'll have until I finish my drink.
You have until I finish my next drink.
All right. At this point, he is going to go ahead and head over and sit down at the empty table. Do you guys follow?
I follow.
I follow her.
1, 2, 3. I assume everybody does?
Yeah,
I think
In the
so.
sense?
Yeah.
All right. Finally. Okay. You guys are stubborn.
We have a quorum.
I got a drink.
You're not persuasive enough.
I was persuasive enough. I got a drink.
I was talking to Effie, as in you guys are stubborn, and I'm like, persuade us better.
Also, make sure you turn off auto roll with advantage there, Keith, if you can. It's in the cog settings. Because, we should not be. Regardless,
right.
Now that everybody is here, let me try this introduction again. I am Volothamp Geddarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noticed the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. Or maybe not if you're newer to the city. However, I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. But now I fear I have misplaced a friend amidst this odious violence.
Misplaced a friend? What kind of friend is this that you place?
He's a decent friend of mine. It goes by the name Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, unfortunately, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago and was kidnapped, or possibly worse. If you do agree to track him down at the very least, I can offer you 10 dragons, which, by the way, dragons are gold pieces, now, and can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. Might I rely on you in my hour of need?
I'm not after gold in here, but if you guys need a tracker, I'm good for it.
Protecting the less fortunate seems like honest work.
Less fortunate? Nobody said anything about that. What kind of friend is this that he's less fortunate? What is he up to?
He just kind of looks at you.
I can tell you're not wanting to talk. I mean, I don't need you to talk. You want a party? You want a ranger in your party? I'm your ranger.
Well, it's a bit embarrassing to admit this, but I may be partially responsible for getting him into trouble. Though I'd rather not go into any more details until you accept the job here. It is rather embarrassing getting a friend possibly kidnapped.
I'm just gonna grunt and wait for the others.
I will nod in agreement.
Okay, there's 3. What about the other 2?
What the hell? I'll go along with this.
That's 4, or 3 rather. 4? 4.
4.
My head is just all over the place right now. I'm trying to keep track of everything. And the last man, who has not confirmed anything, which I believe is...
You'll owe me stories after this.
I've got a few I can tell, I'm sure. Right. In that case, he futzes around in a bag that's tied to his waist and pulls out a small bag which contains 10 gold for each of you.
I count it.
One.
There is 10 gold in there. It is indeed 10 gold.
I take it, but I don't like count it or anything. I just
Okay.
put it in my pocket.
Do any of the rest of you take it, count it?
I'll take it.
I will take it.
I
Okay.
will take it.
All right. So, as I was saying,
We need to edit our sheets to add that gold, correct?
yes, you each have 10 more gold to add. So, as I mentioned, it's a bit embarrassing, but the night that he disappeared, I was beset by writer's block, and I met him for drinks here at, or not here, because I'm sorry. I met him for drinks at the Skewer Dragon 2 nights ago. We drank and gambled for a few hours, and then I headed out. That was the last time I saw him. Fortunately, that's about all I can give you.
Where did he live? What was his business?
He's a friend. He's been decent to hang around and chat with every once in a while. Gives me a couple of ideas. Like I said, he's not exactly very bright. So, he's amusing to have around, if nothing else.
How do you know he's missing, though?
Well, he hasn't shown up in a couple of days, has he?
I suppose. Does he
How
usually
far
hang
is
out
the
at...
Skewered Dragon from here?
The Skewer Dragon. Let me go ahead and pull up.
You'll know it by the smell.
Yeah, because it's gonna literally have a skewered dragon,
Give me one moment
much
here.
like this one. This one has a Yawning Portal.
The Skewer Dragon. I don't know if it actually has a location specifically on the map, which I don't think it does. But I'll say it's a couple of hours from here by foot. It's a very large city.
Yeah, Waterdeep.
And with the amount of people that are usually walking around here, it gets pretty crowded and moving is slow. Takes about an hour, maybe two, on foot.
What was the name of your missing friend again?
Floon Blagmar. Floon Blagmar.
Mm-hmm. Well, while I'm up for it, if you guys are, I'm in town to do some shopping, but I'm always up for getting the money to do the shopping, if you know what I mean.
That's funny because I'm in town to do some selling.
We can talk about it later then.
Yes.
All right, well, I mean, at this point, the day is yours. What do you wish to do?
Blagmar
find
just
the
sounds like
Yawning
what
Portal.
somebody would say if they were told to make up a fake name.
Oh, that there we go. I just found it. So it's about an hour away from the place here, and it is between Net Street and Fillet Lane in the Dock Ward. Which, by the way, are you guys staying in the tavern or are you heading out at this point?
Are we even gonna like introduce ourselves to each other?
Yeah, I was gonna. I wasn't gonna introduce myself, but if you want to do
that,
that,
time if you want to do that, yeah. This is kind of what I had planned for you guys to introduce yourselves, since you are now effectively working together.
One more question for Volo, please.
Certainly.
Where was your friend last heading?
Well, as I mentioned, I left before he did. I have no idea.
Do you know where he's been staying?
I mean, at his home?
oh, he has a home. Do you know what it is?
Not off the top of my head because I don't. I have to find it on the map.
Can I make an inside check into why? If he's like, I know he's keeping something, but I want to make sure. Like he said something about getting his friend killed. I want to see if I can glean something from that with my insight.
One moment here.
I'm gonna roll insight if you don't mind, and then you. There it is. I also have passive insight. It's better than that if you want it. It's 14.
Okay. This would be actively. You're not entirely sure. It could be the booze, but you're not really sure what his intentions are, or why he's.
I'm not too bothered by them. So, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. So, any other questions? Or is that all you have for me?
It would be helpful to know where he lived.
We might be able to ask around the Skewered Dragon if there's people who know him any better than this fool over here.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna.
Does not actually have anywhere specifically listed for where he lives, so somewhere in the North Ward, I'd say.
But is he telling us this, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He lives somewhere in the North Ward. Haven't really been there myself.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Are you always going to be here? Can we find you here?
You can probably find me around here, yeah. If not here, it's easy enough to find me usually. Not exactly unknown in this place, so word gets around.
All right. And I'm going to turn around to leave, but I'm going to wait for everybody.
All right.
So now, are we still not introducing ourselves?
You can introduce yourself at any moment.
I mean, yeah, that would probably be a good time for you to introduce yourselves. And Volo will even say as much if you guys are going to be working together.
I'm not going to say any... I'm not going to take the initiative, so I'm waiting for you guys for that.
Okay.
This is the awkward part.
I'm gonna pull on my
We need an icebreaker.
what do you call that? The part of your, like, you're wearing a suit, you pull on the collar. There we go. I'm gonna pull my collar, hold on to it very tightly. Take a deep breath and introduce myself and go. I say hello, y'all. My name is Theragamwitch. I am the son of a preposterously successful brothel down in south way, some way. I don't know where south is. It's down. That's all I know. Any case, yeah, I'm down for an adventure if all of y'all are down for an adventure.
Okay, so stereotypical Texan halfling, gotcha. All right then.
I'll respond, introduce myself. The name is Neil Armstrong, and I've been to the moon. And here's a deception check for that.
What?
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Cast.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Rolling for doubt. God damn it.
That's against what? Wisdom?
Insight, please.
Insight, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll insight.
Yeah. How do you roll an insight?
So it's on your sheet. You have to click insight.
This is for everybody.
What?
Nice.
Oh, actually, perfect. This is great.
Also, for the record, anytime you are doing something inter-party related, so strike the lights. So if you are trying,
I do declare, I think you be lying.
So
okay,
you see
everybody hold on for a second. Everyone hold on for a second.
I give you a dirty look.
If you are trying to do something like lie to the party, make sure you roll to the GM, and I will give everybody the opportunity to roll an insight check.
Oh, okay.
So. Just for future reference.
Future reference.
Like,
Is there even any concept of space travel in this universe? Like, you said the first man on the moon. Do we even
I mean, see, here's the thing. There is planar travel, so
yeah.
Theoretically, some crazy mage out there could have managed to teleport himself to and from the moon. Theoretically,
It might even be a story.
That wizard
So I'm
came
gonna
from
say-
the moon.
also this guy could be completely crazy. You have no idea.
I'm gonna look at them both and I'm gonna say, so none of yous all is a son of a brothel owner or have been to the moon? What is this? Who do you fools trying to fool in here?
Fool. Excuse me.
I've actually been to the moon.
Yeah, and this here fella he's a son of a brothel owner. Let's go.
I mean, that's true. That's not a
Yeah,
lie.
and he's been to the moon.
No, that's clearly a lie. We all did an insightful check. We saw that man was lying.
So if any
I
of you
don't
are
know, he
interested
seems
in
trustworthy.
some rare artifacts, I have quite a bit of moon glass.
Say,
What's moon glass good
moon
for?
glass. Are you telling me the moon's made of glass?
There's a city of glass up there.
Are you some kind of sorcerer, Neil? Like, why would you have gone?
Oh,
to the
no,
moon?
no. I've been there with my proprietor, Sir Edwin Aldrich Jr. Buzz. They call him Buzz.
Of course.
He's paid my way before.
What's this got to do with the task at hand here? We need to find Flun. You guys, what are you
Nothing.
doing?
I just thought you'd be interested in some artifacts.
For anybody paying attention, Volo right now has his hand on his forehead right now, and is just kind of chuckling to himself and shaking his head.
I'm gonna say, well, I said I was your ranger. My name is Peridin, and I haven't been to the moon. I'm not the son of a brothel owner, and I really rather not talk about my father. But I'm here if you need me.
Whoa!
That's that is quite a deep canvas you opened up in front of us.
What happened?
That's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
Okay, you're talking to me. Sorry.
It's a very surface level nerve.
Well met, dwarf. My name is Torin. I am a practicing paladin, so let's not get into anything uncouth.
Uncouth, huh? Well, we saved each other almost, so I think we're good here.
And real quick, what is everybody's character's appearance? Because I noticed some of you guys do not go into that. So what does everybody see here? Going from, let's go from Marty and go right, since you were the first one on my list here.
Sure. So Torin is 6'7", silver dragon.
Dragon
Probably medium build, 29 years old.
Got cut off there.
Dragonborn, yeah.
Yeah.
With gold eyes and wearing what kind of armor?
I don't know, what kind of armor are you wearing?
Man, it's been a while. Scale mail.
How ironic. So next up, Andrew. What do they see from Theory?
From what they see, I am wearing a purple pimp suit.
Literally.
Literally. I'm literally wearing a purple pimp suit.
Really?
With the nice hat with the feather in it. Yeah.
Distinguishing features, race.
I am a halfling with blue eyes, blonde hair, no facial hair because can't grow any, and piercings on my left side, on my left ear.
Purple pimp suit.
And I am a pretty tall dwarf. I'm almost 5 feet tall. I'm muscular. I'm on the older side. I'm bald. I got a prominent rune in my forehead. For those of you who know dwarvish runes, that would be one that stands for R, for the letter R. Or rather, sorry, for the letter B. I'm a mountain person. I'm wearing like mountaineering things. Not mountaineering as in like snow stuff, but rather, I'm a ranger.
Etc.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Next up, Fuzzball.
Thunder in the morning. Entrepreneur, occasional fire starter, charmed.
You didn't start.
I didn't introduce myself
the fire
yet.
in the right place, I'm gonna say.
He's 6'4", dark gray with darker stripes. He's wearing dark common clothes with a hood. And he's a cat.
Oh my.
In case that got skipped over.
The traditional race name is the Tabaxi, so he's a cat man. Basically, imagine for those of you who don't know, He is. He is essentially. What is the race from Skyrim again? It's
Khajiit.
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 Yeah,
There we go. He's basically a Khajiit, essentially.
It has wares if you have the coin.
May the sand under your toes always be warm. Or
And
something.
lastly, Mr. Neil Armstrong.
That's right.
Yes.
Neil
What
Armstrong
is
here.
what do you look like?
As you look at me, you see a 3'6" heavyweight rogue, and he's a dark-skinned gnome with some distinguishing features, some claw marks down the left side of his from a bear, the left side of his face. So
Hmm.
All right.
They have bears
So now
in
that you're-
space.
oh yes.
No, but
They also-
you
they
didn't
also
introduce
made of
yourself, though,
glass.
did you?
He did.
Yeah.
You did?
did.
Yeah. He introduced himself as Neil Armstrong. The
described-
man who, the
Oh,
first
sorry,
man
I
on
was.
the moon.
Marty. Sorry, I make it. Yeah, right. Marty is not Neil. Marty didn't introduce himself, did he?
I did. It was
Yeah, he did.
Keith.
Yeah,
who
I
had
said
not.
said don't be uncouth.
Oh, right. I forgot that bit because you talked to me. There we go. I think we're all. Yeah. So I'm gonna just because I've been pushing to move out of the tavern. So oh, sorry. I'm saying this, but is it nighttime or is it daytime?
It's currently mid-morning. You guys.
Okay, so yeah,
started early.
I would have been pushing to get out then and say now that we're all friends, and I'm just gonna make a smirk. We should plan ahead to know what the heck we're about to do. Let's get out of here. It's a bit too stuffy for me.
Agreed.
All right.
Did that guy tell
Mhm.
us to
Follow
not
along.
ask about his father?
I'm a little disappointed that nobody bought any moon rocks, but okay.
All right. So you guys make your way out to the streets of Waterdeep, and at this point, you are left to your own devices. There is.
Oh.
I also forgot that I had music picked out. Whoopsie! One moment.
Here comes the music.
I can't believe that I did not have this playing out.
The
All
city
right.
of the dead.
City of
What an area.
So you guys are walking out on the streets, and there are people walking in different directions. A couple of carts. The occasional bit of hammering that you can hear in the distance. Let me know if that's too loud. By the way, I can adjust it, or you can adjust it with your cog icon. And as far as I know, this is all
It's
good
kinda
to
quiet,
play on
actually.
YouTube that won't be copyrighted.
I can't even hear
Yes, sir.
anything. I wonder if
Yeah.
it's turned off.
No, I can hear it. It's just very low.
Oh, there it
There we
goes.
go.
I'm just making sure it's not too loud on my end too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so where did we come out at?
Yeah.
So if you guys can find the Yawning Portal, which oh my goodness, I gotta find it here too.
Do you have any idea where it might be?
Da-da-da. Honestly, not a clue. Oh, there it is. Found it. Haha. But it's not going to take you an hour. It's going to take you about half an hour to get to where he.
So you're pinging the Yawning Portal right now, Effie?
No. So now I am pinging the Yawning Portal. I am
Copy that.
blue. Let me change my color
Yeah,
from blue to something more identifiable. Let me just change it to green. Since
Sure.
there's nobody else who is green.
Andrew is mimicking me.
All right, there we go. So here's the Yawning Portal. So you guys just walked out onto the street. And the destination you were told about, if I find it here,
I would have the map out, so I would be looking at the map.
Okay.
I don't know if like everybody else is looking over my shoulder, or I would be planning ahead already, but not saying anything yet. I'm waiting for you, Effie.
so the Skewer Dragon is the information you were given. That's where you was last seen, between Net Street and Fillet Lane in the Dock Ward.
So it's where Marty is pinging right now.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to them and I'm gonna say, I think we should split up. We're going over here on the map. You guys all have this. They've been handing them out in the streets.
I
Wait,
think the best place for us to start is the Skewered Dragon. Try to walk his trail from there.
That's the only lead that we have. So I say we should split up because
go there.
we should ask if people have seen him on our way there.
Sorry, wait. Where is the bar that he was
Down.
last seen at?
So the bar is the Skewer Dragon. It is approximately, it's somewhere in between Fillet Lane and Net Street.
Okay,
So it's one of these buildings.
gotcha. And where does he live? Where did the guy say he lived? North?
Somewhere in the North Ward.
Yeah. So my intention was to go in that direction while asking people in the street if they had seen. I've heard of Flun Blackmar. That was, except if we all travel in a group, we're gonna ask fewer people, and so that's why I'm saying that we should split up.
Okay. If you are going to be asking people on the street, go ahead and make an investigation check as you guys head down there.
Okay. So we don't need to split up for
You
anything.
don't necessarily need to. You can if you want.
No, it's fine.
Okay. For the most part around here, it doesn't seem like people really know who you're talking about. Either he's not very well known, or he doesn't really have any kind of reputation to speak of.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all pretty much find the same thing. He doesn't really have anything specific about him that you find. You do find out he recently, from what you heard from rumors, he did recently marry into nobility, it seems.
Who found this out? Everybody?
In this case, everybody except for Theory. Basically, here's the same thing.
Nobody knows anything.
So I have it on
however,
record.
You in particular, I will say, you and Thunder, I will also mention, you do hear that apparently at one point he worked as an escort in the fest halls.
Dang.
Easy.
And Theron's the only person that somehow didn't learn about that. But the connection. Wait, which kind of escort?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Hey, I'm not.
it's pretty easy to tell that people are kind of surprised when they find out he married into nobility. So you could probably guess pretty easily by that.
So, for my part, I'm gonna just share my information when we arrive. If we split up or not, it's either way it works. I'm just gonna say what I found out.
I agree with the information that he received. I heard it as well.
I didn't hear anything, so take y'all for your word.
You should get your ears checked.
It's not my best quality.
So, at this point, as you turn around the first corner, you find yourselves on a street that has been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are a half-dozen corpses, seemingly the victims of some terrible skirmish. Watch officers have disarmed and arrested what looks like 3 blood-drenched humans and are in the midst of questioning witnesses.
I'm gonna immediately hide in the shadows if I can.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check. As for the rest of you, are you doing anything as the watch officer seems
I'm
I'm
also
gonna-
gonna hide.
I'm going to ask one of the guards if they could give me some details with my
Okay.
persuasion.
As soon as you address one of the officers, it's very clear they're not in a good mood, and they brush you off. They just tell you to get on and that there's nothing to see here. And it's very clear they see you. At least you, Neil.
Okay. Can I
They're
roll?
all specifically staring at him.
I'll let you do it. I'll let you attempt to roll. Sure.
Okay. Attempt, man. It sounds like it's gonna be a fail no matter what.
I mean, it might be. It might not be. These guys don't exactly look like. Ooh, okay, that's the DC I had in my head. Because there isn't one specifically here.
Success.
So, begrudgingly, the watch officer kind of just sighs. Look, this was a fight between 2 of the underground guilds here. Nothing for you to be concerned about, but do me a favor and just move on. We have enough things to deal with here, please.
I appreciate you the information. Just a quick question. Do you happen to know all the corpses involved?
Do I look like I know them?
Just asking. All right, thank you.
And I'm hearing this, and I assume Neil is with me, also hiding.
I'm behind you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Neil and I'm gonna say, This little halfling boy. Sorry, halfling boy. He good.
He's competent. Yeah.
Because we overheard the conversation, I assume?
So, by the way, to be clear, you guys definitely would have overheard this conversation, yeah. It's not like they're keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
The scene would be right about here. So that entire area, effectively, at the moment, if I just draw here, is basically cornered off.
Oh, all right.
So you guys are stopped here.
Okay.
Okay.
It's easy enough to go around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go around.
I follow.
Okay.
I think we all do.
All right. Let me just double check here real quick.
The day has gone to shit.
On top of the fact, you can clearly see as well before you guys leave that the City Watch are questioning people nearby the scene, trying to figure out what happened exactly. And these survivors have been stripped and forced to kneel. So, just for future information, in case that might be relevant.
Are we able to get a good look at the survivors?
They look like your average thug. They don't really have anything distinguishing about them that really pops up. They're just 3 humans
Okay.
that are completely caked in blood.
Jeez. All right. So we continue walking down the street.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So
I'm going to cast comprehend languages.
okay. So that lasts for about an hour.
Yeah, that's about an hour.
Now, are you taking the 10 minutes to cast it with a ritual, or are you using a spell slot? Because that is something you would have to stop and do if you were to do it as a ritual.
Yeah, I'll use it as a spell slot.
Okay. So you burn a spell slot, and for the next hour, you can understand spoken languages.
Okay.
It's strange. You're not used to hearing a whole bunch of people talking and being able to understand them all at once, but it's kind of overwhelming
Okay.
because people are talking all around you.
Yeah.
And also, it did. That's not the right one. Ambience and outdoors. Medieval town. There we go. Set that on repeat because it's supposed to be. There. So, is there anything else that you guys would wish to do on the way to where you are headed?
I try to peddle some moon rocks to a few door-to-door style.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me. Do it with disadvantage because people are kind of skeptical of you. Just a shifty look about you.
Okay.
This the end.
Damn.
And it also is a pretty outlandish story. Okay.
So no takers.
There's no takers and quite a few
extreme
slammed
lying.
doors.
Quite a few slang.
Whoa.
Since we're doing something else, I am gonna look for some items because I did come to the town. I don't know if this is the market area or if there's gonna be markets, but I can list them out.
You do know that there is a trade ward. You guys are technically on the edge of it as you guys walk by the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be easy enough to make a pit stop if you guys want.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to get some of my stuff in. If the earlier I get it, the better. But I don't know how you want to proceed. I have a list, so I can ask for you, or I can, like, whisper to you. I think.
Well, technically it's up to the party if you guys want to stop.
Okay, so I'm gonna
split off if you'd like.
Or we'll just leave his ass behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actively gonna ask. I'm just gonna go out for a little bit, and a wee bit, sorry. And I'll go get some things for me. I'll meet you at the tavern.
Okay.
So I split off.
All right.
He really doesn't want to be with the group. Before we get
Loner.
much further, I'd like to spend 4 points of my lay on hands just to heal back up.
All right. I don't know if you can. I think you can dish them out one by one. Let me just double check. the paladins lay on hands. Real fast here. Paladin, because I don't know if you need to burn it all in one go. Lay on hands. Up to the maximum. Okay, yep. So you burn 4 of your points and you heal 4 points.
Perfect.
All right. And real quick, I'll go ahead and handle Mr. Colonel RPG, who wants to be different. Let me just see. Is there a specific location here?
While you sell, I'm gonna take a whiff.
So it's nothing outlandish or anything. There's just one question of all the items that I have that I don't know if you're gonna allow it, Effie.
Okay.
Which is a 10-foot pole, and I want it to be retractable. Because otherwise I can't fit it in my backpack, because it's 10 foot.
Okay, that would probably be a special request, and it would probably cost you a bit more.
Okay, so forget about that.
Um,
Everything else is easy.
okay. So what else do you wish to purchase?
I have a list, so it's I need chalk, a cloak, if they exist. I think they do, because I don't have a cloak
So-
and I do want one.
If you have travel clothes,
I don't.
travel clothes do come with a cloak. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
alright.
just travel clothes then.
I mean, you could get travel clothes, or it would probably be easy enough to buy like a regular cloak. Probably like 5 silver, easy enough.
A signal whistle. I want
Okay.
a signal whistle. A pouch of fine flour. That's for something.
Okay,
A crowbar.
one second here. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Oh no, I can listen on chat.
yeah.
Sorry.
Start from Go ahead and
There it is.
okay.
So a crowbar, an extra water skin.
All right, give me 1 second here so I can real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so chalk. Chalk's most of the
It's
stuff
on
is
chat
pretty
right
easy
now.
to find.
Oh yeah, I checked and this is mostly standard.
So the chalk is 1 copper piece per piece of chalk.
Okay, I'll buy
Really
3.
weird thing. Okay, so that's 3 copper.
Yep.
The cloak I'll set probably down to 5 silver.
Copy that.
It's also
a
specific.
signal
It's almost
whistle,
like
let
he's
me see
making a
here.
ritual.
Signal whistle is 5 copper.
Copy that.
Pouch of fine flour. Now this one I'm not.
It could be
sure.
sawdust. Anything that the wind can blow over.
Are we supposed to be like privy to this? Because we're technically not with him.
I'm not gonna hide this.
It's not
away
really
from
something
you.
that specifically needs to be hidden.
Okay.
If you wanted it to be hidden, all you'd have to do is PM me.
Scandalous.
it's
He's
fine.
buying flour.
I forgot about something else.
We'll never look
I
at it
need
in the
some-
same way again.
Okay.
I need
So how
something
much
to write
flour
on.
do you need specifically?
Just about a pound. It's good enough.
Okay, a pound of flour is 2 copper.
Copy that.
Yes, there is actually a trade goods thing with a pound of flour,
Yeah, I
on
figured
it,
there were.
which is
2 copper.
strange.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Crowbar. Crowbar is 2 gold.
Ooh, that's expensive.
Yeah,
It's a
it
good
is.
thing we got some money.
An extra water skin, as we were saying here. Water skin is 2 silver.
Mm-hmm.
The shovel, if I can find one. I don't know if it actually is.
It
Oh, here we go.
exists.
Shovel is 2 gold.
Yeah,
Anyways,
well,
I
you
found
can
that's
you can
pretty
tell these are
handy.
important items.
A dagger, I believe, is 1 gold piece. Let me just double check.
Actually, sorry, I don't want a dagger, so don't bother with that.
Okay. And the dagger's 2 gold pieces anyway.
Mhm.
And something to write on. Now, there are 2 options for writing.
Mhm.
There is parchment and there's actual paper.
I suppose paper is more expensive.
Let me double check for you here.
I just
so
need
1 sheet
literally
of
anything.
parchment is 1 silver. 1 sheet of paper is 2 silver.
Yeah, I want 3 sheet of parchment.
Okay, in that case, that will be 3 silver.
Mm-hmm. So that's it, and I'm just gonna take care of my inventory. But I'll meet up as soon as the DM allows me. I'll meet up with the rest of the crew when I'm done.
It takes you about 10-15 minutes to gather everything up.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really take you too long, but you will have a little bit of a delay for catching up with the rest of the crew.
Yeah. Okay.
So, as for the rest of you, are you doing anything else on your way there? to the docks, or to the duck ward rather.
Pretty laser focused on getting to the Skewered Dragon.
Anybody else? As I can see Batbeard typing.
Are there any more mobs of bloody
nothing
people?
that requires attention.
Okay. Easy enough. There's a couple here and there. And sorry, what was that? And Keith?
I was just asking if there's any more mobs of bloodied people along the path.
No. It seems like it's pretty calm. Speaking of which, let me just check something real quick here. Where is? Here we go. Come on. Are you gonna work for me here?
Song,
There we go.
the music's dead.
So at this point, you guys can clearly hear the sounds of seagulls, people muttering about fish going bad, and various different things here and there. So you guys arrive in the docks district, or the dock ward, excuse me. And unless you guys are taking any detours in the dock ward, you guys arrive in front of what is clearly the tavern in which you were directed to.
So Batbeard typed that he's picking up whitish rocks along the road that he can upsell.
Mm-hmm.
Is he obscuring that at all?
I don't know. Are you?
Okay, so what would that be?
Like in a sleight of hand, I guess.
Okay, sleight of hand.
Oh. No, everybody definitely notices. You are you are being very loud and very noisy as you kind of occasionally sit there for a good minute and a half, digging through, looking for white rocks. You get a lot of strange stares, and a lot of people just kind of staring.
So for the people at home, he crit failed.
At this strange deep gnome, just like digging through piles of things.
I think the jig might be up.
You've never been to the moon?
I mean, it was a good run.
I didn't see any of this. I still believe he has been to. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, you still don't know what's going on here.
You can
I
still
don't know
keep trying
this,
to
yeah.
sell him moon rocks.
I am gonna ask him later.
At no point did I believe this ruse, so I'm not shocked in the least by this turn of events.
Yeah, no, you didn't believe him
I
from
am
the outset.
aghast and betrayed.
Yeah.